In a world filled with constant noise, endless distractions, and relentless pressures, it can feel like the only way forward is to speak louder, act faster, or make a scene. But I want to suggest an alternative approach, making your next moves in silence. Too often, we feel the need to prove ourselves, to announce every step we take, to let the world know our plans and ambitions. The truth, however, is that our real strength lies in the quiet. It is in those moments when we stop talking and start doing that we find our true potential. We all want to be heard, we want to be noticed, but consider this. When you stop seeking validation and simply focus on your craft, something extraordinary happens. Your actions, not your words, begin to define you. The quiet, thoughtful steps you take build the foundation for the remarkable things that are to come. There is power in humility. When you make your next moves in silence, you allow the results to speak for themselves. You don't need to announce every strategy or share every success. Your work will be noticed when the time is right. When you move quietly, you gain clarity. You are no longer distracted by the chatter around you. You can focus deeply, observe keenly, and react strategically. It is in this space that the greatest insights and decisions are made. Remember, progress is a quiet process. It's not always instant, and it's certainly not always glamorous, but it is steady and it is sustainable. Quietly refining your approach leads to enduring results. In time, those results will speak louder than any proclamation ever could. We must learn to trust in the process. Patience, focus, and silence are essential ingredients to success. And true leaders, those who inspire others, often lead by their actions, not their words. The best leaders don't need to shout from the rooftops. Their presence, their values, and their results do the talking. So, the next time you are faced with an important decision or a new challenge, ask yourself, how can I move quietly? How can I trust my instincts and my preparation without the need for external validation? How can I make an impact through the power of silence? It is not the noise we make, but the impact we create that truly defines our legacy. Make your next moves in silence and let your results be the loudest statement of all. Focus is a powerful force. It's the ability to zero in on a single task, idea, or goal without being distracted by the noise of the world around you. In a society that constantly bombards us with information, distractions, and demands, the true power lies in being able to channel all your energy and attention toward what truly matters. When we focus, we remove the clutter that clouds our thinking. We stop spreading ourselves too thin and commit wholeheartedly to the task at hand. This means we're not just doing something, we're doing it with purpose. It allows us to tap into the depth of our potential, harnessing our resources in a way that leads to better outcomes and personal growth. True focus is more than just concentration. It's an act of prioritization. It's about determining what is most important in the moment and then directing all your effort there. This clarity not only makes you more productive, but also allows for deeper learning and growth. It's when you focus that you can truly excel, uncover new ideas, and produce work of the highest quality. Focus enables you to filter out the distractions that often seem urgent but are ultimately unimportant. It allows you to stay grounded in your objectives even when there are countless other things vying for your attention. The ability to focus is what separates successful, impactful individuals from those who only move in circles. When you focus, you give yourself the space to innovate, to create, and to achieve extraordinary things. Focus doesn't come easily, especially in a world where everything is designed to pull us in multiple directions, but it is a muscle that can be trained. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes, and the more results you will see in your life. Humility is often misunderstood. It's not about being passive or invisible. It's about recognizing your place in the larger context and understanding that true strength doesn't need to be displayed in loud gestures. Humility allows you to work quietly, without the need for constant validation or recognition. It's the ability to be confident in your abilities without feeling the need to boast or oversell yourself. When we embrace humility, we are free from the ego-driven need to constantly prove ourselves to others. We become open to learning and growing, knowing that there's always something more to understand, something more to achieve. Humility empowers us to listen, to seek advice, and to collaborate rather than to assert our superiority. It's this openness that often leads to deeper insights and stronger relationships. Humility also allows us to focus on the work rather than the accolades that might come with it. The true measure of success is not how many people notice your efforts, but the depth and impact of what you create. By working with humility, we often find that the outcomes speak for themselves, without the need for us to announce or demand attention for our contributions. Humility brings a sense of balance and perspective. It helps us recognize that no achievement happens in isolation. We stand on the shoulders of those who have come before us and work alongside those who support us. This awareness encourages a sense of gratitude and respect for others, creating an environment where cooperation and mutual respect flourish. Humility strengthens resilience. When we face setbacks, it's easier to learn from them without letting our pride get in the way. We are more likely to adapt, recalibrate, and keep going because humility helps us understand that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but simply a part of the process. It allows us to face challenges with a mindset of growth rather than one of defeat. In a world where loud voices often dominate, humility can be a quiet yet powerful force. It encourages us to let our actions and results speak for us, knowing that true strength lies not in making ourselves heard, but in making a difference through consistent, thoughtful effort. In the pursuit of success, the temptation to seek immediate recognition or validation can be overwhelming. Yet there's a deeper and far more lasting power in letting your results speak for themselves. When you focus on delivering value, creating quality, and consistently putting in the work, you allow the fruits of your labor to serve as the loudest statement of your abilities. There's no need for flashy proclamations or empty boasts when your actions reflect the true essence of your capabilities. By letting results do the talking, you free yourself from the pressure of constantly justifying your decisions or explaining your progress to others. When you are committed to the quality and integrity of your work, you naturally set a standard that others can't ignore. The work itself becomes your message, telling the world who you are, what you're capable of, and what you're striving for. It transcends the need for external recognition because your efforts and outcomes create their own narrative. When results take center stage, you build trust and credibility. Words may be fleeting, but tangible outcomes endure. Whether you're in business, in creative fields, or in any other pursuit, the ability to consistently deliver value makes you dependable. People begin to associate your name with results, not promises. This reliability becomes a powerful tool for growth, as others start to seek you out because they know they can count on your ability to follow through. The act of letting results speak also removes the noise of competition. Instead of constantly looking over your shoulder at what others are doing, you focus entirely on the quality of what you are creating. This allows you to cut through distractions, stay true to your vision, and make meaningful progress without getting caught up in comparisons or external pressures. The focus shifts from defending your position to pushing forward with purpose, knowing that your results will ultimately position you where you need to be. Letting results do the talking also cultivates a sense of patience and long-term thinking. In a world that celebrates quick wins and instant gratification, there's incredible value in choosing a path that may take time but leads to sustainable success. The process of quietly working toward your goals without rushing or cutting corners creates a deeper level of achievement. These results are far more fulfilling because they are the product of dedication, focus, and hard work, not momentary distractions or shortcuts. Actions and outcomes are far more persuasive than words. While many may talk about their vision, goals, or plans, it is those who put in the effort without fanfare who ultimately earn the respect and admiration of others. By letting results speak for you, you build a legacy that can't be disputed, a testament to the power of consistent, purposeful action. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, silence offers a rare and invaluable opportunity for reflection and growth. In the quiet, the mind has space to wander, to explore, and to process in ways that often remain inaccessible amidst the rush of daily life. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's the presence of clarity, a space where deeper understanding can flourish. It's in these moments of stillness that we can step away from the outside world and allow our thoughts to settle, leading us to insights we might have missed in the noise. When we are silent, we open ourselves to the possibility of learning. We are no longer speaking or defending our ideas, which allows us to become better listeners. We hear not only the words of others, but the underlying emotions, intentions, and perspectives that they might not directly express. This deeper level of listening provides a broader understanding of the situation at hand, allowing us to make better, more informed decisions. Silence also gives us the space to question, to evaluate, and to reconsider. When we are constantly talking or engaging with the world, we often accept things at face value. But in silence, we can challenge assumptions, explore alternative viewpoints, and refine our thoughts. It is through this careful process of introspection that wisdom is born. Wisdom comes not from accumulating facts or reacting quickly to every situation, but from taking the time to reflect, to understand, and to internalize the lessons that life offers. Silence fosters patience. In a society that demands instant responses and immediate results, the ability to pause and take a breath is increasingly rare. But this pause is crucial for clarity. Silence enables us to process our emotions, to assess the situation with a level head, and to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This measured response, born from reflection, leads to better decisions and outcomes over time. Silence also promotes a deeper connection with our intuition. When we silence the external noise, we are more likely to hear the quiet voice within us, guiding us toward the path that is most aligned with our values and instincts. This connection to our inner wisdom can provide guidance in moments of uncertainty or complexity, helping us navigate through challenges with a sense of purpose and direction. Silence creates the space for creative ideas to emerge. When our minds are constantly occupied with noise and distractions, it can be difficult to tap into our most innovative thoughts. Yet, in quiet moments, the mind is free to explore new possibilities, connect disparate ideas, and create something entirely new. These moments of creativity often arise when we allow ourselves the time to sit in silence and let our minds wander without agenda or pressure. Silence is a powerful tool for cultivating wisdom. It offers the opportunity to listen deeply, reflect thoughtfully, and connect with our inner guidance. In a world that often values speed and noise, silence reminds us of the value of slowing down, of being present with ourselves and the world around us. It is in these moments of quiet that true wisdom can emerge, shaping not only the decisions we make, but the way we live our lives. In a world that constantly pushes us to achieve more, be faster, and go further, staying grounded is more important than ever. It's easy to get caught up in the external measures of success, titles, accolades, or societal expectations. Yet true stability comes from within. Staying grounded means remaining connected to who you truly are, regardless of the noise around you. It's about holding onto your core values and purpose, even when external circumstances may shift. To stay grounded, it's necessary to maintain a sense of self-awareness. The world will always present challenges and temptations that may distract us from our path. But when we are rooted in a clear understanding of our priorities and goals, we are better equipped to navigate them. This awareness helps us recognize when we are straying from our values, allowing us to adjust and realign before we lose our way. Remaining grounded also means understanding that success and failure are temporary. While it's natural to feel elated in moments of triumph, it's equally important to remember that these moments don't define us. Similarly, failures are not permanent marks of inadequacy, but simply opportunities for learning and growth. By keeping a balanced perspective, we prevent the highs from getting too high or the lows from feeling insurmountable. Grounding yourself also involves embracing the present moment. In a culture obsessed with the future or nostalgic for the past, it's easy to lose sight of what's happening right now. Being grounded means fully engaging with the present, whether in personal moments, in relationships, or in your work. It's about showing up, being present, and committing your energy to what matters in the here and now, rather than worrying about things beyond your control. Staying grounded is a reminder to nurture humility. No matter how much we accomplish, there's always room for growth, learning, and improvement. Grounding yourself means staying connected to the fact that no one is above the process of growth. It encourages openness to feedback and to the wisdom of others, which helps us stay centered and humble in our journey. It means not getting swept up by the pressures of comparison. Everyone's path is different, and constantly measuring yourself against others can be a road to dissatisfaction. Instead of looking outward for validation, staying grounded helps you focus on your own journey, knowing that your progress is unique to you. The act of being grounded helps foster a sense of inner peace and satisfaction because you recognize that your worth isn't defined by what others are doing, but by how true you are to your own values and goals. Staying grounded is an ongoing practice. It requires mindfulness and discipline, but it also brings a sense of resilience and peace that allows us to weather life's storms. When we stay grounded, we can move through the world with confidence, knowing that regardless of the external circumstances, we are anchored in who we are and what we believe. This sense of rootedness gives us the strength to face challenges head-on, knowing that we are always connected to the foundation of our own purpose. In the age of constant connectivity and information overload, distraction has become one of the biggest obstacles to personal and professional growth. It's easy to become lost in the sea of emails, social media notifications, and the myriad of things vying for our attention. Yet, to make meaningful progress, it is essential to avoid distractions and focus on what truly matters. The challenge lies not in eliminating distractions entirely, but in learning how to manage them effectively so that they don't derail our priorities. Distraction often arises from a lack of clarity about what we want to achieve. Without clear goals or a strong sense of purpose, we are more likely to be pulled in multiple directions. Every notification, every conversation, every new task seems equally important, leading us to divide our attention and spread ourselves too thin. However, when we are clear about our vision and focus on our objectives, distractions become less and we can see them for what they are, temporary diversions that won't bring us closer to our goals. Avoiding distractions requires intentionality. It means setting boundaries with our time and energy, allowing ourselves to say no to things that don't align with our purpose. This may involve turning off notifications, setting specific hours for deep work, or creating a structured routine that eliminates unnecessary interruptions. By actively protecting our time, we create the space for meaningful work, deep thinking, and real progress. It's important to recognize that distractions are not always external. Our own minds can be just as disruptive, bombarding us with worries, doubts, or intrusive thoughts. To avoid these mental distractions, we must cultivate mindfulness and learn to focus on the present moment. Techniques such as meditation or journaling can help quiet the noise in our minds and bring us back to what we need to focus on. The ability to center ourselves and return to our goals, even when our thoughts pull us elsewhere, is crucial for staying on track. The act of avoiding distractions also involves learning to embrace patience and discipline. Instant gratification, whether from scrolling through social media or reacting to every email, can lead us down a path of shallow engagement and wasted time. Real progress comes from committing to long-term goals and sticking with them, even when the immediate rewards seem distant. In this way, avoiding distractions is also about developing the resilience to push through moments of boredom or frustration, knowing that the rewards will be worth the sustained effort. Avoiding distractions doesn't mean isolating ourselves entirely or becoming rigid in our routines. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes we must allow ourselves flexibility to respond to what's most important in the moment. The key is in balancing responsiveness with intentional focus. By prioritizing our goals and being mindful of where we direct our attention, we create an environment where distractions naturally fall away. Avoiding distractions is a practice of self-mastery. It requires us to take control of how we spend our time and energy, recognizing that the most valuable resource we have is our focus. By learning to navigate the distractions that inevitably arise, we can direct our efforts toward what truly matters, creating results that reflect our highest aspirations. It's not about eliminating distractions altogether, but about developing the discipline to choose where we place our attention and how we channel it toward meaningful outcomes. Patience is a quality that often seems undervalued in today's fast-paced world, where instant gratification is not just desired, but expected. The idea of waiting for something, of taking the time to let things unfold at their own pace, can feel counterintuitive in a culture that rewards speed. Yet patience is one of the most powerful tools we have for achieving meaningful success and personal growth. It allows us to endure the inevitable challenges that come with pursuing long-term goals, and it helps us navigate through difficult moments with a steady, calm resolve. The path to success is rarely linear. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It's easy to get frustrated or discouraged when things aren't moving as quickly as we'd like, but patience teaches us to stay the course. It encourages us to keep putting in the effort, even when we don't see immediate results. In fact, the most rewarding achievements often take time to manifest. By practicing patience, we learn to trust the process, knowing that each small step brings us closer to where we want to be. Patience is also essential for cultivating resilience. When we face difficulties or failures, it can be tempting to give up or abandon our goals. However, with patience, we learn to embrace these moments as opportunities for growth. Instead of rushing to fix everything or move on to something new, we allow ourselves the space to reflect, learn, and improve. This kind of measured approach makes us stronger and more capable of handling future challenges. Patience allows us to make more thoughtful decisions. When we are in a hurry or feel pressure to act quickly, we often make choices driven by fear or a desire to avoid discomfort. In contrast, patience helps us take a step back and evaluate the situation from all angles. It gives us the time to consider the consequences of our actions and to make decisions that are aligned with our long-term goals. This thoughtfulness leads to better outcomes and minimizes the chances of regret later on. Patience also cultivates a deeper sense of gratitude. When we're able to delay gratification and take the time to truly appreciate the journey, we become more aware of the small wins and progress along the way. Patience allows us to savor the process rather than just fixating on the end result. This sense of contentment with the present moment helps us maintain a positive attitude, even when things aren't perfect, and keeps us motivated to keep moving forward. Patience enables us to be more present with others. In our personal and professional lives, we often rush through conversations, meetings, and interactions, eager to move on to the next task, but true connection and understanding require time. By practicing patience, we show others that we value their perspectives and are willing to invest the time and energy needed to build meaningful relationships. This deepens our connections and fosters trust, making it easier to collaborate and support each other. Patience is not about passivity or inaction. It is about maintaining focus and discipline while allowing things to unfold naturally. It requires us to balance the drive for progress with the understanding that good things take time. In a world that constantly pushes us toward instant results, patience teaches us that the most rewarding outcomes often come to those who wait, persevere, and trust in the process. And it is in our moments of patience that we find the space to grow, reflect, and build the kind of success that lasts. True leadership is not defined by the loudest voice or the most compelling speech, but by the actions that back up the words spoken. It's easy to say the right things, to offer encouragement, or make promises that sound good in theory. But words alone have little lasting impact if they are not supported by genuine actions. The real power of leadership lies in the ability to inspire and motivate others through what you do, not just what you say. When a leader demonstrates their values and vision through their behavior, they create trust and respect in a way that words cannot. Leadership through action requires consistency. It's not enough to say the right thing in a moment of need, only to behave differently later. True leaders act in alignment with their principles day in and day out. This consistency builds credibility and shows others that their leader is not simply performing for an audience, but living out the values they advocate. When people see that the leader practices what they preach, they are more likely to follow and be inspired by that example. Inspiring through action also means leading by example in difficult situations. It's easy to be a leader when everything is going well, but real leadership is tested in adversity. How a leader responds in times of crisis, uncertainty, or challenge reveals their true character. A leader who stays calm, makes thoughtful decisions, and remains steadfast in their values during tough times sets a powerful example for others to follow. They show that leadership isn't about avoiding challenges or simply talking through them, but facing them head-on with integrity and resilience. Leadership by action requires empathy and an understanding of those you lead. It's not enough to simply issue commands or directives from the top down. Leaders who act by understanding the needs, struggles, and potential of their team create an environment where people feel supported and valued. This kind of leadership fosters collaboration, innovation, and loyalty. People are more likely to invest in a leader who shows they care through their actions, whether it's offering guidance, providing resources, or simply listening. Inspiring others through action also involves making sacrifices. True leaders are willing to give of themselves for the benefit of others. Whether it's investing extra time, taking on difficult tasks, or providing guidance when it's needed most, leaders who show they are willing to sacrifice for the greater good inspire those around them to do the same. This sense of shared commitment strengthens the team as a whole and reinforces the idea that everyone is in it together. The most powerful form of leadership is one that doesn't rely on rhetoric, but on deeds. Words can motivate temporarily, but actions create lasting change. When leaders live out their values, remain consistent in their behavior, and are willing to make sacrifices for the team, they inspire loyalty, trust, and respect. Through their actions, they set a standard for others to follow and create an environment where people are motivated to contribute, innovate, and succeed together. This is the essence of true leadership. Leading not through words, but through the power of what you do. Trusting the process is one of the most important and yet challenging aspects of personal and professional growth. It requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to stay committed even when progress seems slow or uncertain. The idea of trusting the process is rooted in the belief that the path to success is not always immediate or clear-cut, but that by consistently showing up and putting in the effort, the desired outcome will eventually manifest. People want quick results or instant gratification, but the truth is that meaningful progress takes time. Whether it's developing a new skill, building a business, or improving oneself, the process can feel long and arduous. In these moments of struggle, trusting the process becomes an essential mindset. It's about having faith that every step, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal. Each challenge, each setback, and each failure are all part of the journey, providing valuable lessons and insights that prepare us for what lies ahead. Trusting the process also means letting go of the need to control every aspect of the journey. Many people become frustrated when things don't go according to plan or when unexpected obstacles arise. However, these moments are often the turning points where true growth happens. By learning to embrace uncertainty and remain flexible, we allow ourselves to adjust our approach and adapt to the changing. This adaptability is key to success because it prevents us from getting stuck in rigid thinking or giving up too soon. When we trust the process, we cultivate resilience. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like, but resilience is built through these moments of challenge. Trusting that setbacks are temporary and that we are capable of overcoming them allows us to push forward with determination. Instead of seeing difficulties as roadblocks, we begin to view them as opportunities to build strength and learn something new. Another crucial aspect of trusting the process is the understanding that progress is not always linear. Some days will feel like leaps forward, while others will feel like steps backward. This ebb and flow is normal, but it can be difficult to accept. The key is to recognize that growth often happens in subtle, incremental ways. We might not see dramatic changes every day, but over time, the small efforts add up. When we look back, we realize that those seemingly small actions have built a solid foundation for long-term success. Trusting the process also requires cultivating a deep sense of belief in oneself and the journey. There will always be moments of doubt or uncertainty, especially when the end goal seems distant or unclear. But it's during these times that it's crucial to maintain faith in the process and in our own ability to navigate it. Self-belief becomes the fuel that keeps us moving forward, even when we don't have all the answers. It helps us stay focused on the larger vision and reminds us that we are capable of handling whatever challenges come our way. Trusting the process is not about waiting passively for success to come. It's about showing up consistently, putting in the effort, and being proactive in our actions. It's about committing to the long haul and doing the work, even when the immediate results are not visible. By maintaining this commitment, we build momentum that eventually propels us toward our goals. In a world that often values quick results and instant success, trusting the process requires a shift in mindset. It means letting go of the need for immediate gratification and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. Trusting the process is an act of faith, not in a specific outcome, but in the belief that persistence, effort, and resilience will eventually lead to growth. And it teaches us to value the journey as much as the destination, knowing that every step along the way is shaping us into the person we need to become. Quiet confidence is a rare and powerful trait that comes not from boasting or seeking validation, but from a deep internal belief in oneself. It is the kind of confidence that doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops, nor does it require constant affirmation from others. Instead, it is rooted in self-assurance and inner strength, allowing individuals to remain calm and composed regardless of external circumstance. This type of confidence is not contingent on achievements or accolades, but on a quiet understanding of one's abilities and worth. What makes quiet confidence so compelling is its resilience. Unlike superficial confidence, which can easily be shaken by criticism or setbacks, quiet confidence remains steady in the face of challenges. When a person is truly confident in their abilities, they don't feel the need to prove themselves to anyone. They trust in their judgment and stay grounded, knowing that their worth is not tied to external opinions or fleeting moments of success. This stability gives them the ability to navigate even the most difficult situations with grace and poise. Quiet confidence also manifests in actions rather than words. A truly confident individual doesn't need to boast about their accomplishments or draw attention to themselves. They let their actions speak for them, demonstrating their capabilities through their work, their decisions, and their interactions with others. There is a quiet strength in this type of leadership because it relies on substance rather than style, and it builds trust over time. People are naturally drawn to those who exude quiet confidence because they feel secure and inspired in their presence. A quiet confidence allows individuals to remain focused and undistracted by external opinions. In a world full of noise and judgment, it is easy to become influenced by others' expectations or comparisons. However, those with quiet confidence stay true to their own values and goals. They know that their path is unique and are undeterred by the distractions or criticisms that may come their way. This unwavering focus is what enables them to achieve long-term success and overcome obstacles without losing sight of their vision. The beauty of quiet confidence lies in its ability to inspire others without effort. It doesn't demand attention or validation. Instead, it naturally attracts respect and admiration. People are drawn to individuals who are confident but humble, capable but unassuming. Quiet confidence fosters an environment of trust, where others feel comfortable collaborating, learning, and growing. It is a form of leadership that empowers others to believe in themselves and their potential simply by demonstrating that such belief is possible. Another key aspect of quiet confidence is its connection to emotional intelligence. Those who are quietly confident are often in tune with their emotions and the emotions of others. This self-awareness allows them to remain composed and thoughtful in all situations. They understand when to speak up and when to listen, when to assert themselves and when to remain humble. This balance of emotional intelligence and confidence enables them to build strong, authentic relationships and navigate complex situations with ease. Quiet confidence is also not about being perfect. It is about embracing imperfections. It is the understanding that no one is flawless and mistakes are part of the journey. Those who possess quiet confidence accept their flaws, learn from them, and continue moving forward. This acceptance of imperfection makes them more approachable and relatable to others, as it encourages vulnerability and growth. Their confidence doesn't stem from pretending to be perfect, but from the knowledge that they are constantly evolving and improving. Quiet confidence is unshakable because it is built on a solid foundation of self-belief and authenticity. It is not contingent on external factors or temporary validation, but is sustained by an unwavering trust in one's abilities and worth. This type of confidence enables individuals to navigate life's challenges with resilience and composure, inspire others with their example, and remain focused on their path without being swayed by the noise of the world. In conclusion, the qualities we've discussed, whether it's trusting the process, embracing patience, staying grounded, or leading with quiet confidence, are not mere concepts to be admired, but essential practices that, when consistently applied, shape not only our success, but our character. These principles remind us that true growth doesn't come from rushing through life or seeking instant results, but from taking thoughtful, deliberate steps forward, anchored in our values and belief in ourselves. As we move forward in our personal and professional lives, let us remember that actions speak louder than words, that true leadership is built through deeds, not promises. Let us focus on our journey, trusting that each challenge we face is part of a larger process that shapes us into the people we are meant to be. Let us be patient with ourselves and others, allowing growth to happen in its own time and trusting that consistency and perseverance will yield results. And let us lead with quiet confidence, knowing that our actions will inspire those around us more than any speech or declaration could ever do. The power to create lasting change lies within each of us. It's in how we carry ourselves, how we face adversity, and how we show up for the challenges ahead. By embodying these qualities, we can make meaningful impacts, inspire those around us, and build lives that are rich with purpose, growth, and authenticity. The true measure of our success will not be in how loudly we speak, but in how deeply we live.